Ooh, which are the most useful Pokemon here in Pokemon GO? Well, today we will check that out together because I'll be sharing, in my opinion, the top 10 most useful Pokemon here in Pokemon GO. So hi to all of you guys. So before I even bring my screen up though, I'll just like to mention a few things. First of all these Pokemon that I'm going to show you guys, they are all based on my own opinion, and I will also be sharing the Pokemon only based on using them for raids or Team Go Rocket battles, not specifically for PvP or Go Battle League. And also the fact that most of the Pokemon that you guys are going to see, they are Shadow Pokemon, including Mega Pokemon also, but obviously it's not going to be all Mega Pokemon. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out, yes, number 10, and that goes to my Shadow Zapdos. So Zapdos in general, not the Shadow form also, is a very useful Pokemon, not just for raids, because being an electric and flying type Pokemon, it technically only has a handful of weaknesses, and having the move Thunder Shock is a very useful move, especially against the Team Go Rocket battles like the leaders, etc. Because Thunder Shock charges up energy really quickly, and it has access to the move Thunderbolt and also Drill Peck, which is a very good move to have for Zapdos, especially since both of the moves they get same type attack bonus since it is an electric and flying type Pokemon. So I use it very often, not just for raids, this Shadow Zapdos. The other non-Shadow Zapdos, I actually use it for battles against like Arlo or even the Grunts, etc. because it generates energy so quickly, and having access to moves like Drill Peck, it does super effective to Pokemon like Torterra, etc. because it's a grass type Pokemon, and it does super effective to Poliwrath, which are Pokemon that Arlo actually has, not Arlo but Clef has. Alright, so that's number 10. Let's go into number 9. So the number 9th most useful Pokemon that I have is Charizard. Not just specifically Charizard, but actually Mega Charizard Y. So why do I prefer Mega Charizard Y is because it is a flying and fire typing Pokemon. The reason why it's more important than the Charizard X is because Mega Charizard X is a dragon and fire typing Pokemon, and this is actually a stronger version, a stronger form of the Mega form. Hence, having the move Fire Spin and Blast Burn is actually more useful. And I don't even remember when was the last time I actually used the other, Charizard with Dragon Breath, because there are so many better Dragon type Pokemon out there, so much so that I don't use the other form. So I actually use Mega Charizard Y more often. And why Mega Charizard Y is because it is the #1 fire type attacker till to date. Of course, you have to use Mega Energy, and if I were to use it in raids and use it against something that's double weak to fire, example Mega Abomasnow, it comes really handy. If you guys remember, I actually used my Mega Charizard Y to solo the Mega Abomasnow. No, not Mega Abomasnow, but Genesect. Alright, I soloed Genesect with Mega Charizard Y together with my Shadow Moltres and Shadow Entei. So it's a very useful Pokemon. I use it in a lot of scenarios, and when I actually use this Pokemon also, not just for raids, but I also use it for the typing that it has as a Mega Pokemon, because it is a fire and flying typing. Most of the time when I actually grind to actually catch Pokemon in the wild, like fire type Pokemon like Torchic, or even during the Darumaka event where we could actually catch a lot of Darumaka in the wild, I'm talking about the 5th year anniversary event, that I actually evolved Mega Charizard Y, and also Mega Charizard Y, using it in Team Go Rocket Grunt battles, it's very useful, especially against definitely Arlo this time, because Arlo normally has Scizor as his last Pokemon, and being double weak to fire, Mega Charizard Y does really well against it, resisting a lot of the moves. Of course, Pokemon like Hitran also does well against Arlo also. So let's go into number 8. So as I'm going along to show you guys all these Pokemon, you guys can take note on them also and decide for yourselves whether you guys want to power them up if you guys have access to all these Pokemon. And of course, to power up all these Shadow Pokemon I'm going to show you guys now, it costs a lot more Stardust and resources, 20% more, but definitely they are worth the resources to invest into. So let's go into number 8, and that goes to my Shadow Riko. So why Shadow Riko is because, yes, first of all, it has access to Thunder Shock and Wild Charge. Wild Charge is the best electric type charge move in the game. Of course, when you use it for, you know, Team Go Rocket battles, it actually suffers a debuff, but that's totally fine because the damage output is just insane. And having access to Shadow Ball also, it becomes rather versatile. And in fact, I also do use this to fight gyms also, because some people do use like Gyarados, etc., which is double weak to electric to defend the gym, and this actually comes in handy to face up against Gyarados. And in fact, if you actually get someone who's using a ghost type Pokemon also, you got Shadow Ball to counter that also. So other than that though, Shadow Riko has been a Pokemon that I've been using a lot. I actually am waiting for it to come back for a second time. In fact, I thought this year, 2021's Go Fest, we would have a chance to actually catch another Shadow Riko, like what we did for last year's 2020's Go Fest, where we were able to catch each of the legendary birds, and then we caught Shadow Mewtwo also. But unfortunately, that did not happen. But yeah, this is my one and only Shadow Riko that I have. And till today, you know, I'm using it all the time. I don't even remember when was the last time I actually used my non-Shadow Riko, to be very honest with you guys. So now we are going into the 7th most useful Pokemon, and that goes to the holy grail of all Pokemon, Shadow Mewtwo. You guys might be wondering to yourself, why did I rank Shadow Mewtwo as number 7? Well, it's because the other Pokemon that I'm going to show you guys later, they actually fare better than Mewtwo in terms of me using them more frequently. So hence Mewtwo is ranked as number 7 in my opinion, because Shadow Mewtwo, I do use it a lot for the grunts, Team Rocket grunts, especially when I am fighting a grunt that is a poison typing or a fighting typing. The Shadow Mewtwo does a crazy amount of damage with the confusion, and of course Side Strike will take out any Pokemon that the Team Rocket grunt has with one shot, other than certain Pokemon like Mach, yeah, which is rather tanky. So other than that though, you know, Shadow Mewtwo comes really handy, especially against a lot of raid bosses. Example, the ones that are weak to Psychic, and of course even if it's weak to Ghost, you know, using a Shadow Ball Mewtwo with Shadow Ball Mewtwo, it's very strong. Alright, it even surpasses a lot of the Ghost type and even Dark type Pokemon in terms of damage. Hence it is one of the most useful, if not the most useful Pokemon in the game also. And making its way into number 6 as the most useful Pokemon in my storage, it goes to Gengar. Not just Gengar alone though, but Mega Gengar to be specific. Mega Gengar has been a Pokemon that I've been using a lot, and hence my Mega energy for Mega Gengar usually runs low. In fact, Auntie Gladys and myself, we always Mega evolve our Mega Gengar whenever we are raiding certain raid bosses like Lugia, because it is Psychic, is weak to Ghost, or even Mewtwo, or even basically anything that is weak to Gengar's move. Even when we were fighting Xerneas, we were using Gengar with Sludge Bomb. Of course, you know, it does super effective to Xerneas because Xerneas is a fairy type Pokemon. But if you ask me if I use this a lot in battles against like grunts, etc., not really. But as a raid attacker, it's really super duper useful. I would say that it is my most used Mega Pokemon for raids. Yeah, hands down. I mean, till to date. I mean, of course, when Mega Mewtwo comes also, this will be the Pokemon that I guess I'll be using against the Mega Mewtwo. Until I get enough Mega energy for the Mega Mewtwo, then I probably will use my own Mega Mewtwo to fight the Mega Mewtwo when it's in raids. Alright, but let's go into number 5 now. So the 5th most useful Pokemon in my opinion is actually another Shadow Pokemon, and that is Shadow Weavile. So Shadow Weavile has been in the game for quite a while already. In fact, the first time that it came was a few years ago. However, it's only in recent times that, you know, it actually appeared more because Sierra actually allows us to catch Shadow Sneasel after battling her. However, the problem is, it's a pretty glassy Pokemon, but the damage output from this Pokemon as a Dark type attacker is just insane. With Snarl and Foul Play, the amount of damage that this Pokemon does is just out of this world, and right now it is still the number 1 DPS Dark type Pokemon in the game. Of course, in the future there will be Pokemon that probably will surpass it. Example, Shadow Zoroark, and also probably as Greninja. But the problem is, Ash Greninja, we don't even know how is it going to be released and whether we can have more than one Ash Greninja in our party. And Shadow Zoroark. What Pokemon is that? Well, Zoroark is a new Pokemon that will come in the future. It's not even released in the game yet. So for that to have a Shadow form, it will take a few more years after years and years again. I estimate we would probably be using this Shadow Weavile, me and my friends, and whoever that have this, for the next 3 years. Alright, the next 3 years, this will be the #1 Dark type attacker. And I've been using it a lot, especially against Pokemon like Mewtwo, or in fact even like right now Lugia. And because it is a dark typing Pokemon, it has resistance towards Psychic type, which is really useful also. And as an Ice type attacker, if I'm not mistaken, right now it's rank #2. There's another Pokemon that surpassed it already after it has received its Shadow form also, which we'll talk more later after this. So flying into #4 right now as the most useful Pokemon, it goes to a legendary fire bird, Shadow Moltres. Yeah, so for those of you who have already noticed so far, I've only been showing you guys Shadow Pokemon, and of course, the ones that are non-Shadow are the ones that are, you know, going into Mega form. So yeah, the reason why I only use Shadow Pokemon is because they are stronger than the non-Shadow form, and I feel that it's more worthwhile to actually invest resources into them. Of course, they cost more, but in the long run, after you are done powering them up, you can see the difference. Definitely, you can see the difference between a Shadow and non-Shadow one. But if you guys, you know, don't wish to power up a Shadow Pokemon, that's totally fine also. But anyway, let's continue with this. Shadow Moltres, to me, it is very useful. Not just because it is a very strong fire type Pokemon. It is the second strongest fire type Pokemon right now, after Mega Charizard X. Sorry, Mega Charizard Y. Okay, and it is the #1 flying type attacker right now. Alright, the only thing that I guess will beat it in the future is Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Ascent, or maybe you don't even need Dragon Ascent, but Area Ace Dragon Ascent. Yeah, Mega Rayquaza. I'm messing up all the Pokemon, guys. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah, it has access to Fire Spin, Overheat, and Sky Attack. Sky Attack is a legacy move, exclusive move, which you need to Elite Charge TM it. Of course, you can just change the fast move anytime you want to actually get a Wing Attack, and you can use it as a flying type attacker right now. So now it's the #1 flying type attacker. If I want to use it as a fire type attacker, I can just change it to Fire Spin, and hence it is really useful in this situation. Of course, using it as a fire type attacker, it comes really handy in situations that the Pokemon is double weak to fire. A lot of Pokemon actually, they are double weak to fire, and you know, some of them are in fact double weak to flying also. Example like Virizion. And having access to these two really strong moves, put it at the #4 spot in my opinion. So now we're gonna go into the top 3 most useful Pokemon here in Pokemon Go in my opinion. And of course, if you guys don't feel that whatever that I've just said so far, you know, makes sense, or you guys have your own opinion, you guys can always let me know in the comment section down below. So anyway, the #3 most useful Pokemon in my opinion goes to none other than Shadow Mamoswine. So Shadow Mamoswine, being an Ice and Ground type Pokemon, it is the #1 Ground type attacker right now, and #1 Ice type attacker right now also. Yes, DPS wise. So to me, it is really useful in a sense, though it is rather glassy in some situations, especially when you're facing out against something that does super effective to it. Even if you use it against something that's double weak to ground, example Heatran, but Heatran is going to do super effective to you, you still dish out a lot of damage. And I find it really useful, especially against Pokemon like Rayquaza, because Rayquaza is double weak to ice. You can take down the Rayquaza super duper quickly with a Shadow Mamoswine. And of course, against something that's also, like I said, a double weak to ice, Landorus is also double weak to ice, so it comes really handy in that situation. Even against Mega Manectric, it comes really handy in that situation. So Shadow Mamoswine, I even use it as my gym battle party also, which I'll show you guys later on also. It's really useful, and till today I have no regrets powering up and in fact battling so many grinds to try to get myself some really good IV Shadow Mamoswines. Yeah. So now we are going to check out the last two Pokemon that are the most useful Pokemon here in Pokemon Go. And the second Pokemon is none other than Shadow Metagross. However, Shadow Metagross is actually very hard to get with the Community Day move Meteor Mash, because in order to get it, you have to remove away frustration, and then after that you have to wait for an event to come, or otherwise you have to unlock a new attack and then you have to basically you know, Elite Charge GM it. So it's really tough to get this Pokemon like what I'm showing you guys right now without opening a new attack. It took me like a very long time, have to patiently wait for it. We don't even know when is the next event that's going to come for us to even TM away frustration, and also be able to get Meteor Mash as the exclusive move. But one thing I must say though, that this Pokemon has definitely served me really well because of its resistance that it gets as a steel typing Pokemon. It's super duper useful, though I don't use it a lot in the Go Battle League. In fact, I rather use the non-Shadow form in the Go Battle League in the Master League as compared to the Shadow form, because it ranks better according to PV Poke. But when it comes to raiding, trust me, the Shadow Metagross is just insane. Against Pokemon like Kyurem, or in the future when Black and White Kyurem comes, yeah, this will be the #1 attacker against those Pokemon, and there have been so many Pokemon that I've used this Pokemon against. And if you talk about even like Team Rocket Grunt, I do use this against the Fairy type Team Rocket Grunt also. Yeah, so it's just insane, and I really enjoy using this Pokemon a lot, and I think I might unlock a second move to give it Earthquake in the future, who knows. But yes, this is to me the #2, #2, whatever you guys want to say, most useful Pokemon in my opinion. So by now some of you guys might be able to guess which is the #1 most useful Pokemon that I'm going to show you guys already. And that is a Pokemon that actually had a community day, just I guess you would say recently, because it's within the last 1 year. And it's actually Shadow Machamp. So when Shadow Machamp was released, I actually told Auntie Gladys and Anne, and in fact Leo, to actually grind really hard for the Candy XL for this Pokemon, because this Pokemon is a Pokemon that I'll be using for a very long time. Until today, after Shadow Machamp has been released into the game like a couple of months ago, I think over a year already, I've not used my Hundo non-Shadow Machamp at all. So it is a very insane Pokemon with counter dynamic punch. It dishes out damage so effectively, though it is quite glassy at times, but the amount of damage that, you know, it delivers is just insane, and it's very useful in a lot of situations, not just for Team Rocket Grunts when I use it to fight against normal typing Grunts, or in fact rock type Grunts, or anything that's weak to fighting basically, but also when I use it in raid battles, and I use it as a gym attacker a lot. In fact, it is my #1 gym attacker Pokemon, which I'll show you guys later on also. So it's a very useful Pokemon, and definitely if you ask me to recommend you guys which Pokemon to power up and use it in a lot of situations, Shadow Machamp or Machamp is my #1 choice for you guys. So that is all that I have to show you guys in terms of my top 10 Pokemon that I feel are most useful. Let me know in the comment section down below whether you guys agree with me or think there are better options out there. But I'm going to show you guys my battle party that I use for gym also. Okay, over here. So this is my battle party that I use for gym. I normally have my Shadow Machamp put as first slot. Second is my Shadow Metagross, and then my Dragonite. Actually, I can change my Dragonite to Garchomp also. It doesn't really matter. And then my fourth slot is my Shadow Mamoswine. Fifth slot is my Shadow Riko, because like I said, there are people who use Gyarados etc. to defend the gym. And my last slot is normally my buddy Pokemon slot. So I think that is all that I have to show to you guys, man. It was a very interesting video to show you guys, especially since many of you guys might be wondering to yourself like what Pokemon you guys should power up etc. Well, I can always make another video in the future to tell you guys which Pokemon to power up. Maybe I can make a top 20, top 30 or top 40 Pokemon for you guys to check out and power up also. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys would like that. And definitely I have to do a bit on research also, because there are certain Pokemon that I don't exactly power up, because I normally power up the best of the best or close to the best of the best Pokemon. especially Shadow Pokemon also, because they are definitely more useful than the non-Shadow forms, because I normally go for DPS, time to win, basically the shortest time to win to take down a raid boss as compared to you know, surviving as long as we can, because right now with remote raiding, damage per second is definitely more important than I guess TDO or DPS times TDO. Yep. Alright, so with that said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.